Our video on washing machine brands that still last became one of the most watched investigations on this channel. We showed you how manufacturers sealed the bearings into plastic tubs, how they removed the ability to replace a $20 part, and how they turned a machine that used to survive 30 years into a disposable appliance with a 5-year expiration date. But that video raised a question we could not ignore. What about the dishwasher? If your washing machine is engineered to fail, what is happening inside the machine that washes your plates every single night? The answer is worse than you think. The average dishwasher sold in America today will be dead in 7 years. The control boards fry from moisture, the plastic tubs warp from heat, and the powerful motors that used to blast food off your dishes in 45 minutes have been replaced with weak pumps that take 3 hours and still leave residue on your glasses. So is there anything left on the market that is actually built to last? Or are we forced to replace a $900 machine every 5 years for the rest of our lives? Today, we are answering that question. We have compiled the Dishwasher Shortlist. These are the 3 specific brands that have refused to cut corners. They are not cheap. They are not flashy. They do not have touchscreens that connect to your phone. But they have one thing in common. They are built to wash your dishes for 20 years, not to sell you a replacement in 5. Here's the mechanic's white list for your kitchen. The last one is the best on a budget. But let us start with number 1 on the list. The 20-year machine. If you walk into a big box store today, you will see rows of dishwashers that look like cockpit consoles. They have touchscreens, Wi-Fi apps, and LED light shows inside the tub. They are designed to impress you on the showroom floor. But inside, they are built with plastic tubs that warp after 3 years of thermal cycling, cheap circuit boards that corrode from the moisture they were designed to sit next to, and drain pumps made with components that a repairman cannot even order once the model is discontinued. If you want a dishwasher that will still be running when your kids leave for college, you need to ignore all of them. You need to buy a Miele. Miele is different because they are not a consumer electronics company that happens to make kitchen appliances. They are a 4th-generation, family-owned German manufacturer founded in 1899. They have never been publicly traded. They do not answer to shareholders demanding cheaper parts and faster product cycles. They answer to engineers. Their company motto is Immer besser. It is German for forever better. And they mean it. Every Miele dishwasher is tested in their factory to the equivalent of 20 years of daily use before it ever reaches a showroom. That is not a marketing claim. That is their engineering standard. Nearly every component inside the machine is manufactured in-house at their plant in Germany. The only exception is the rack rollers. They control the steel. They control the motor. They control the quality of every seal and every valve. That level of vertical manufacturing is almost unheard of in the modern appliance industry. The tub is full stainless steel. It doesn't warp. It does not absorb odors. It does not crack under the thermal stress of 10,000 wash cycles. They use a condensation drying system combined with an automatic door opening feature at the end of the cycle that eliminates the need for a heating element to blast hot air onto your dishes. Fewer hot components means fewer failure points. But the real proof is not in the engineering specs, it is in the repair data. Yale Appliance in Boston tracked 33,190 real service calls across 7,000 dishwashers in a single year. Miele had a service rate of 5.6%. That is the lowest of any brand they measured. The next closest was Bosch at 7.7%. When your machine fails in fewer than 6 cases out of every 100 units sold, you are not building a consumer appliance. You are building a commercial tool for a domestic kitchen. A Miele dishwasher will cost you between $1,300 and $2,500 depending on the model. Critics will say, that is too expensive. They are wrong. It is the cheapest dishwasher you will ever own because you will only buy it once. Number 2 on the list. The Engineer's Standard. Not everyone can spend $2,000 on a Miele. We understand that. But if you cannot afford the best, you do not have to settle for garbage. There is a middle ground, and every appliance repair technician in America already knows its name. Bosch. Bosch is the most recommended dishwasher brand among the people who actually fix these machines for a living. Not because of advertising, because technicians see what comes through their shop every single day, and Bosch units almost never show up. The company was founded in Germany in 1886, and they have spent over a century doing one thing obsessively well: engineering machines that do not break. Here is what most people do not know about the Bosch lineup. Every single Bosch dishwasher, from the $550 entry level to the $1,600 flagship, uses the same motor and pump system. The wash engine inside a $900 Bosch 300 series is identical to the one inside the 800 series that design magazines photograph for their kitchen spreads. The difference between the models is noise level, drying technology, and rack flexibility. The guts are the same. The 300 series is where you want to start. It is the first model in the Bosch lineup that gives you a full stainless steel tub. Below it, the 100 series uses a plastic bottom with stainless walls. That plastic is the weak link. The 300 series eliminates it. Stainless steel does not warp under thermal cycling. It does not trap odors from 10,000 loads of food residue. It retains heat after the wash cycle, which allows water to condense off your dishes and drip down into the basin without a heating element. Fewer electrical components means fewer things to fail. Every unit passes 485 quality checks before it leaves the factory. The AquaStop leak protection system monitors for overflow 24 hours a day, even when the machine is off. And owners routinely report 15 to 18 years of service. One verified buyer on a home improvement forum replaced his Bosch after 18 years and bought the exact same brand again without hesitation. Life Story Research named Bosch the most trusted dishwasher in America every single year from 2019 through 2025, based on a study of 24,355 customers. A Bosch 300 series costs around $900. A budget dishwasher with a plastic tub costs $500 and dies in 4 years. That is $125 per year. The Bosch costs $60 per year. The cheap option is the expensive one. It always is. Number 3 on the list. The budget survivor. In our appliance investigation, a man named Dan Cooper told us that his 1972 Maytag washing machine was still running after 54 years. Maytag built that machine, but Maytag is not that company anymore. Whirlpool bought the brand in 2006 and absorbed it into their corporate portfolio. Most people hear that and walk away. They assume the name is dead. Here's what they are missing. Maytag, KitchenAid, and Whirlpool are all manufactured by the same parent company. They share the same factories, they share the same engineers, and in many cases they share the same internal components. KitchenAid is the premium label. It sells dishwashers for $1,349 to $1,449. Maytag is the working class label. It sells dishwashers with many of those same internals for $700 to $900. The big box stores will never volunteer this information because they want you to pay for the expensive badge. But the steel behind the door is the same steel. The key is knowing which Maytag to buy. You want the model with a full stainless steel tub, not the entry-level plastic. The stainless tub Maytag uses the same tub construction as its KitchenAid sibling. It handles the heat, it resists the corrosion, and it does not warp after a few thousand cycles like the cheap plastic alternatives. Where Maytag separates itself from the budget pack is the filtration system. Most modern dishwashers remove the hard food disposer to save money, replacing it with a mesh filter basket at the bottom of the tub that you have to pull out and clean by hand, scraping wet food off a screen as if you were doing the machine's job. Maytag still uses a dual-power filtration system that combines a microfilter with a stainless steel chopper blade. It grinds the food so you do not have to. The power blast cycle runs at higher water pressure and higher temperature. It is the closest thing to an old-school dishwasher on the market today. An appliance installer was asked which brands he actually puts in his own home. His answer was KitchenAid and Maytag, nothing else. Consumer Reports surveyed 77,000 dishwashers across 27 brands, and Maytag landed in the top tier for predicted reliability. Stop paying for the name on the badge, pay for the steel behind the door. Here is the verdict. The Buy It for Life philosophy is not just about saving money on a kitchen appliance. It is about refusing to participate in a system that was designed to keep you buying. The corporations want you on a 5-year replacement cycle. They want you to believe a dishwasher is disposable. They want you walking back into that showroom with your wallet open every time a circuit board fries or a plastic tub cracks. When you buy a Miele or a Bosch or a stainless tub Maytag, you are breaking that cycle. You are telling the industry that you will not replace what should never have broken in the first place. These machines cost more upfront, we know that. But the most expensive dishwasher you can buy is the one you have to buy twice. Stop buying the touchscreen. Stop buying the plastic. Stop buying the Wi-Fi enabled junk that needs an app to run a delay cycle. Buy the stainless steel. Buy the German motor. Buy the machine that your repairman can actually fix. And build a kitchen that outlasts the warranty. If you want to know which other products have been destroyed by the same disposable engineering, watch our other videos on our channel and subscribe.